2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Clippers as they play against the Los Angeles Lakers. Looking at the Lakers, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And for Blake Griffin, he's improved his shooting to expand his range over the last few seasons. Shaq, he seems to have just about everything you want in a power forward.
Yeah, he's very, very strong. He can hurt you with his back to the basket or facing up. You know what, Ernie? He shot over 40% from mid-range last season, and he could put it on the floor. Not like me, but he can put it on the floor.
His game has improved, Kenny.
Not like Shaq, but he's one of the best passing big men that we've seen, you know, both from the outside and the inside. He had over five assists last year. That's big.
And now we send you out to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
I didn't mean it like that.
And now, your Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. At the power forward, standing 6'9", number 30, Julius Randle. At the point, standing 6'5", number 6, Jordan Clarkson. At center, standing 7'2", number 17, Roy Hibbert. At the other guard position, standing 6'5", number 1, D'Angelo Russell. At guard was number 24, 6'6" from Lowburn High School, Kobe Bryant. Your home team head coach is Byron Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, your Los Angeles Lakers.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
Boys, nice time.
So the Clippers win the tip. Here are the five for the Clippers. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Pierce in at the 3. Now, here's Redick. Picked by Griffin. 5 on the clock. Pulls up on the elbow. Randle grabs the board. And one feels bad for the way Julius Randle's career started. I was there that night. First game of the season, 7th pick out of Kentucky in the 2014 draft. Suited up for one game, broke his right leg 14 minutes in. And the guy that comforted him the most, I recall very vividly, Kobe Bryant stayed with him the entire time when he was really in shock on the floor.
He was, and unfortunately, for so many reasons. For one, he had really been progressing in the Summer League, and the Lakers obviously had high hopes for him. And when he went down, that was the start of the rest of the ship kind of going down with him.
The Lakers with the ball. Russell passes to Clarkson. Back to Russell. Paul with the defensive effort.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take it there.
From 10 feet out, and Hibbert with the block. Kobe against Redick. Outside Pierce. Another shot. Here's Griffin. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Griffin's got his first 2 points of the night. Los Angeles on D. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, when Byron Scott and I had a chance to catch up a few minutes ago, he talked about how they match up with a player like Paul Pierce, saying, you know, he's one of those guys who really does it all at a high level. Defend, score, you name it. I think defensively, we may look to double some and force other players to make shots. He's one of the greats. You enjoy the challenge of playing against him and just hope you can have enough to win. Guys, we'll see who carries the day.
All right, Doris, thanks. And the wide open shot from Paul. No good with the triple. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far.
And last season, the Lakers finished last in the Pacific Division once again. Second year in a row, they ended up at the bottom of the barrel.
Offensively, 1 of 4 to start. They're still trying to find their stroke.
Now here's Jordan after D'Angelo Russell's miss. Here's Griffin. Pierce wide open. He fires. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. And the Lakers were at the bottom once again in the Pacific Division, Clark. But, you know, these 2 seasons we've just seen, the last time they finished last in the Pacific was 1975.
Well, they had a 2-14 record against the rest of the Pacific. And we also know, though, the Lakers don't stay down very long. They'll be back on top before long.
Here's Griffin following the basket by Kobe Bryant. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Russell with it. He's picked up by Paul. They get it back. Hibbert. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And who has been a greater enigma than Roy Hibbert, a guy who can look like an all-star Clark one game and an undrafted free agent the next?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the kind of swings Roy has had. He's been really good at times. Sometimes he gets in his own way with overthinking things, but I think he's got everything he needs to be an upper-tier center, upper echelon center. Just has lacked consistency the last year or 2.
Free throw good, Roy Hibbert.
And on the topic of Hibbert, he was an enigma in college, had a very encouraging junior season, looked like a future lottery pick, and then that uninspiring senior season, which kind of dropped his draft stock considerably.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Brandon Bass checked in for Julius Randle. Young comes in for Kobe. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Clarkson. And both free throws good for Roy Hibbert.
You know, going back to Hibbert, last season was a perfect example of what we're talking about in terms of consistency. One game he puts up 22 and 8, the next game 2 and 1. But you know, every team in the league would like to be in the Roy Hibbert game once the light finally goes on and stays on. Consistency, the challenge for Hibbert. A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
Russell kicks to Williams. Hibbert with a screen on Crawford. Williams, that's good. Williams has got his first points in this one.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Paul, the rebound by Young.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Russell dishes to Bass. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
They set the pick. Crawford, no one around him. And it's off from three-point range. The Lakers in the lead. And Williams, here we go. The dish to Bass. And Young kicks to Russell. 1:02 left in the first quarter. And it's Hibbert missing.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Williams against Crawford. It's Williams with the drive, and that one's good. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Russell against Paul. Off target from outside. Lakers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Hibbert with a screen on Stevenson. Bass with the screen. Williams against Paul. Williams passes to Hibbert. And even 3-on-3 break. 1 second left. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
Terrific shot there. I mean, he was calm, he was poised, didn't rush it at all. You got to tip your hat to him. That was well done.
And Kobe Bryant dealing with the wear and tear of decades in the league. He talks about how he remains effective. Well, at Kobe's age, and with the 2 years worth of injuries, is coming back for him just a matter of Greg adjustments? Or is that another way of saying he has to limit everyone's expectation, including his own?
You know what? When it comes to Kobe Bryant, history has shown that the normal rules just don't apply. I think it's the rest of the league that's going to have to adjust to a well-rested and still very lethal Black Mamba.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Just very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball, attacking the rim in this first quarter. A lot of trips to the free throw line.
Taking full advantage of playing at home, and the fans have really helped them here.
Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Clarkson is out there with Williams. And it's Shakri in at center, locking down the middle. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Well, taking a look at Lou Williams last year, kind of a typical year for him, a lot of scoring on bad efficiency.
Yeah, and for Lou, he did make it over the 40% field goal mark, but just barely.
Just barely, you're right.
You know, with Williams, it's more about his ability to create his own shot than his efficiency. It's why he's best suited as a sixth man, in my opinion.
And Williams certainly does personify that sixth man role of instant offense, but it'll be hard to see him in the starting lineup with the way his shooting numbers are.
And both free throws good for Lewis Williams. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. Now, here's Paul, following the miss by Lewis Williams. Paul, right side. Can't hit from 12. Los Angeles leading by 5.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Now here's Williams. Another miss by Williams.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Redick dishes to Griffin. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Drills the baseline jumper. Griffin's got 6 points.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
It's Williams with the drive. Randall kicks to Clarkson. And there's another one for the Lakers.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he's on the money, that's no doubt. And he gets it to go.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Now here's Williams. He's got 6. Johnson with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Young's checked in for the Lakers. Pierce is checked in for the Clippers. Crawford comes in for Paul. It's Kobe Bryant on the wing. Pierce covering, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Clippers were so strong on the road last season. It led the league, Clark, in field goal percentage while on the road. And actually they scored more points away from Staples than in it.
Especially down the stretch, Kevin. I mean, they finished the regular season with 8 straight road wins to get home court advantage in the first round. Superb.
And the Clippers with those 8 road wins at the end, you mentioned, that pushed their road record to 26-15. That was second best in the league. Also set a franchise high for road wins.
And the Lakers making a change here. Bass is checked in. Second free throw, no good.
You know, what's amazing about the Clippers on the road last year, guys, was the context. I mean, they had a bunch of back-to-back games and went 16-4 on the back end of back-to-backs. 11 of those came on the road.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for the Lakers. Russell comes in for Jordan Clarkson. The Clippers also changing it up. Smith comes in for Blake Griffin. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for J.J. Redick. Lakers leading by 4. Russell passes to Hibbert. Russell sets a screen for Hibbert. Young against Crawford. Crawford with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Crawford's got it. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one. Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And back to Crawford last season, he was down in field goal and three-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor him. And he also hits some very timely shots. A dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for.
Now here's Bryant and the foul on Paul Pierce. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
Bass with the screen. Passes it to Hibbert. Back to Kobe. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go. The Lakers rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Crawford's shot is good.
beautiful play by Lance Stephenson. He's as gifted a passer as we have in the league.
1:37 left to play here in the second quarter. Hibbert with the screen. Outside, Kobe. Kobe can't get that one to fall.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And Stevenson, the bucket on the assist by Pierce. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
Well, Paul Pierce hinted that he could hang him up soon. He had that amazing run. Has nothing left to prove in the NBA. And I would say, of all the players in last year's playoffs, had some of the most dramatic individual shots we have seen from one guy in a long time.
He did, and you forget he's done that really over the course of his entire career.
Sure.
Just kind of funny to see him doing it in a Wizards jersey. But you talked about it. He's going to go down as one of the all-time greats, no doubt about it. So many big moments over the course of his career. And also, for all the kids out there, the best maybe footwork we have in our game, if you want to improve as a player, watch Paul Pierce's footwork.
Lakers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter.
Well, the competitive nature was on display early in the career of Pierce. I mean, he has willed his teams to win his entire career and is baffled by anybody who doesn't want to win as bad as he does.
Now, here's Stevenson. After D'Angelo Russell's miss, there's the pick. Ryan against Crawford. Takes it from 10. Crawford with another miss.
And that competitive nature that you talked about with Pierce, that's really what sets him apart. He had so many great clutch moments in the postseason. Easily one of the most clutch players in recent memory.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Uncovered. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Hibbert's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Outside, Russell. 11 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Hibbert. 5 on the clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Again, Russell missing. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Clippers lead by 2. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, thank you. Roy, I know you have just a couple seconds, but in a nutshell, what's going to be your approach going into the second half?
Well, we're just going to make sure we keep them off the board and keep them out of transition.
Thank you, Roy. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The largest lead for them during the period was 4. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge. I thought the bench guys came in and inserted themselves like they wanted a starting spot. And that's what you want. Subs who are ready to produce the moment they step on the floor.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
You know, they haven't shot the ball very well. Not nearly enough quality looks. Right now, this game could easily come down to shot selection and how they run their offense. They need to keep the ball moving and generate better looks.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
Here we we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
It's been a good night for Crawford. He has 8 points and a steal. It's such a benefit to them when he plays this kind of game.
And really unexpected, but invaluable.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Clippers, Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Pierce in at the 3 slot.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Now here's Pierce. Here's Jordan. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Jordan's got his first bucket of the night.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. The open shot called. And the shot falls short this time.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with the wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
Now, here is Russell. Following the shot by Chris Paul, Hibbert hits the bucket.
And just solid play out of them that time.
The Clippers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, Laker girls!
Graves checked in for Roy Hibbert.
Make some noise, fans!
Lakers on D. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Lou Williams is checked in for the Lakers.
One shot.
When you're talking about the greatest clutch players ever, that list needs to include Paul Pierce. I mean, he slowed down a bit, no doubt, but don't let that fool you. If you give him any kind of look at the end of the game, he'll cut your heart out.
Now here's Williams. He's got 6. Randall, a screen on Paul. Shoots off the screen. Williams, that's good. Williams has got 8 points.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Looking back at Paul Pierce's career, Clark, so many game winners. None more impressive than his jumper over Dwayne Wade in the first round of the 2010 playoffs.
Yeah, you know, Shaq nicknamed him the Truth for a good reason. I mean, Pierce grew up in L.A. and reportedly dreams of playing with the Lakers. Ironic that he instead became one of the Celtics' all-time greats.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside. Well, you see Blake Griffin, and he is known for his huge dunks and ability to score, but he is a very well-rounded power forward. He's one of the best power forward passers in the league.
And for Griffin in his passing, often you'll see him set up teammates, Greg, for easy looks and dunks.
And with the amount of times that teams have to double team Griffin, that's huge. I mean, even when he's not scoring due to defenses focusing on him, he can still impact the game with his passing.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And an interesting byproduct of Blake Griffin extending his shooting range in his perimeter defense, Clark, his rebounding numbers have gone way down.
Well, it's hard to have it both ways, Kevin. I mean, the team needs him to keep working on his perimeter game, and if he's out on the perimeter, it makes it tougher for him to get rebounds inside.
Now here's Jordan, following the miss by Julius Randle. Paul outside, dishes it to Jordan. Rebound the Lakers.
And on the topic of Griffin's rebounding, there's another force that helps submarine his numbers. DeAndre Jordan. Over the past few seasons, as Jordan's boards went up, Griffin's have gone down. Now, you'd think with the 2 elite rebounders that the team would finish better than 20th in rebounding last year, but that's another story.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Randall with a screen for Kobe. He kicks it to Sacre. His first shot coming late, kept alive. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Randall.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Picked by Griffin. And it's Paul penetrating, top of the key, Griffin from the line. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Griffin's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
And back to Griffin for a minute. I think he will soon find a balance between his emerging perimeter game and his rebounding. 7.5 boards a game, far too few for him last year. He's likely to return to double-digit rebounding averages, I think, sometime soon. You know, one of the things I think we forget about with Chris Paul is just how clutch he is as a player. I mean, hitting the go-ahead shot in Game 7 against the Spurs last postseason was a big reminder to everyone that this guy is clutch.
Changes here for the Lakers. Bass comes in for Randall. And Nick Young is subbed in for Kobe. And then for Los Angeles, Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Lance Stevenson comes in for Wesley Johnson. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. Paul with the steal. He dishes it to Stevenson. Here's Griffin. The shot will not go. And the Lakers going the other way now. And talking about Paul and his ability to come up in the clutch, that Game 7 shot when he was playing injured against San Antonio, the defending champions, turned out to be the game-winning points. Remarkable play, remarkable series for him.
It was. You know, you could see him hobbling around out there and would have to miss games in that Rockets series, the first two, if I recall. But that series is what Paul is really all about, Kevin. He is a competitor, first and foremost.
And here's Crawford, after Lou Williams was able to get the three to go. Stevenson outside to the left wing. 6 on the shot clock from about 16, and he hits the jump shot. 8 points for Chris Paul.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there. Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now here's Paul. 8 points for him. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. And it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
You're exactly right. I mean, they've banged home 8 of their last 10 points on mid-range jumpers.
Clarkson with the ball, defended by Paul. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Sacre, good.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Here's Paul. He's got 10. The 19-foot shot. Again, the Clippers. And we've reached the end of the third. Los Angeles on top, leading by 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Clippers leading by 5. Nick Young and Kobe Bryant filling out the wings. Roy Hibbert is out there with Brandon Bass. And it's Russell in at the 1 spot. That's the Laker 5. Now here's Paul. They set the pick. He feeds it to Redick. Lets it go with the 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Really good job of creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Crawford against Kobe. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
2 shots.
Real special case, so many records for Kobe, but one he set last season was most misses all time from the floor.
He passed the great Hondo, John Havlicek, for that title. I'm sure John doesn't mind having him pass him up for that
the
one.
Old Buckeye, you're right.
That's right, most misses. But you look at the players on that list, a who's who of NBA stars. Kevin, you look at their free throw percentage. They've been very efficient from the line today. That's a big factor.
Randall's checked in for Brandon Bass. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Smith is checked in. And Kobe drops them both.
And, there's all this talk about Kobe now being the leader of missed shots, having that record. But listen, the guys that are in the top 5 of that list, all Hall of Fame players. So you don't miss a lot of shots unless your team trusts you to take them, and you're pretty good.
And it's Smith penetrating. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Here's Russell. They get it again. Randall tries again. The shot no good. Los Angeles leading by 6. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Smith missing again.
Hey, guys, a final thought on Kobe. I mean, all the players on that list were heavily leaned on for scoring. I'd take any of the top guys on that list over someone who's afraid to shoot the ball when their number's called.
Al Paul following the three-point attempt by Kobe Bryant. And the wide-open shot from Redick. It's good on the putback. Jordan's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
Boy, nice tip in to salvage the points from the missed shot and made it work.
It did, yeah. And those second chance points, Clark, they do add up.
Yes, sir.
They do, and guys, that's the last line of your defense there. Everything else was good, but you have to finish it off with possession.
2 straight seasons of no playoffs for the Lakers after last year's miss. Not what they were hoping for.
It's going to be a growing process, Kevin. I mean, they had a young team and an injured superstar in Kobe both years. Hard to make the playoffs in that situation.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. It was clear what message he was trying to get across. He said, this lead isn't big enough that we're safe. Not by a long shot. I don't want us sitting back and milking the clock. Play to win. Show some aggression. Guys?
And guys, for the Lakers, you'd have to go back almost 40 years to find a time when the Lakers missed the postseason in back-to-back years. Fortunately for them, they won 2 titles in the next 6 years after that.
Just 2 to shoot. They grabbed their own miss. That is good.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And it's doubtful that the Lakers will win multiple titles in the coming years unless something drastic happens. Still, this is a franchise committed to success, and they'll do whatever it takes to get back into the postseason.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, during that break, Coach Byron Scott had some words for his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Hibbert. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Guys, we'll see how Coach's direction pays off as this one winds down. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. The drive by Paul. It's stolen by Randall. Russell against Redick. Now, here is Russell. T right on him. Outside Bryant. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Clippers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
That one misses for Young.
And guys, it looked like Nick Young had finally put it all together. I mean, he had a huge campaign 2 years ago, signs a new 4-year deal. Then last year, disaster strikes. I mean, he provided very little to the team outside of shooting the basketball. And even with that, he dropped to a career worst, 37%.
from the field.
5 on the clock. Here's Bryant. Rejected by Pierce. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Los Angeles leading by 8. Well, Greg, getting back to Young, it's tough to completely judge him on last year's numbers because he was fighting through knee injuries, ankle injuries, all kinds of things. Clark, they only played 42 games.
Yeah, but when he's right, he can light it up. I mean, he's a go-to scorer, but he just never got right last season.
Now here's Griffin. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Pierce against Kobe. 3 on the clock. Pierce's shot is good.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
And Bryant kicks to Russell. Picked by Randall. Hibbert with the screen on Redick. It's Williams with the drive. Los Angeles with another miss.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Paul kicks to Redick. This one for 3. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Left side, Bryant. They need this one. And the Lakers with another miss.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Down low. And Griffin scores. The assist by Paul. Paul's got his 4th assist in this one.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Clippers.
Their superior ball handling. Won it for him here, Clark.
Well, Kevin, when you squeeze the orange, you get more shot opportunities, and that's always a good thing.
And one of the league's truly special talents making his mark. Once again, another great performance for Blake Griffin. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Kobe with the steal. And Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough, and sometimes trying to do too much with the basketball.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Sacre is checked in for Hibbert. Bass comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Russell. Now, here's Stevenson. There's the pick. The feed to Prigioni. Screen by Smith. The Clippers rebound. No good.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
That's his first personal foul.
On offense, here are the Clippers. Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
Don't let Lance shoot that.
Stevenson outside. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, I'm here with Paul Pierce. And tonight, Paul, was it the defense that helped create the separation in this game?
Yeah, I really thought we took control with the defense. We moved the ball, we kept our turnovers down, and we were able to keep the lead and win the game going away.
It all came together for you, Paul. Thanks for the time. Gentlemen?
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Blake Griffin.
Is there anyone in the NBA who's more straight up scary than Blake Griffin? I don't think so. Big, strong, powerful, with the skills to match that athleticism. If you're a defender in the post and you see Blake Griffin coming down the lane, the only thing you think is, uh-oh, the man is just a beast.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.